Guys, we are at the Mandipo market here.
Yeah, what's up,
The fish market.
I look good.
This is how the fish market looks here. We got a lot of fishes here. Look at this. As you can see, a lot of fishes here. This is Mandipo market. Hi guys, welcome back to Jaden Kitchen one more time again.
As you know, we are on a trip and we in Guyana still. So I went to Mandipo market and I want to buy some catfish because in New York we don't get a catfish like that. So I like the small catfish. So I buy some catfish there. I'm gonna bring it back and cook it over there for you see. I also buy some banga fish.
Fine banga.
The fine banga. This I'm gonna fry it on dal. And I buy a kuras here to make some braff. My brother gonna make some braff because I have the arrow and the baji leaf and some. So he can pick up the rest tomorrow for the braff. I also have some shrimp. This is some big size shrimp. And I also have some finer one. As you see, some finer shrimp. So Jaden like to eat this fish with dal, the neckly. So I have some neckly here. But I'm gonna bring this over there. So I'm gonna cook this in Jaden kitchen when I come back. I also have some lime, buy some cucumber, and the pepper is so expensive right now. Look at the wee pepper. It's so big. This little bit wee pepper that I buy here, look at it. It's 1,200 Guyana dollar. At that. So, and I buy some shallot, fresh shallot, and I didn't eat this thing, cashew. I didn't eat it for a long time. So I think I'm gonna try some of this later. So, okay guys, today we're gonna make some fish broth. We already have the water hot here, and we're still in Guyana, and we have some kuras fish. So we're gonna make it with some kuras. So what we're gonna do, you see the water is hot. We're gonna put the arrow into the water. We already have the plantain. We not make it with too much tin because we just want it the braff thin. We have carrot. This we're gonna put it later. We're gonna throw some seasoning. We have the garlic. We have some spinach here, some baji, and pepper. But we're gonna put this baji later into this into the broth. In the meanwhile, this fish is.
Guys, we have the fish here. We are boiling out the rank water from it.
And then we're going to put it in.
After we finish boiling the rank water, we're going to put it into the kahari. So it's a kuras broth today.
We're going to add with salt and all we season inside here.
It's a backyard cook. We cook this on a fireside outside. And this backyard is my neighbor backyard.
We have this later. We're gonna put this. This give it a flavor. We also have the aji. We're gonna add a little inside.
The pepper. Bring pepper one time.
Yeah, put the salt out. And this cook it at my brother-in-law house and my sister here. So them that making the broth actually for me.
Just like 1.5 tablespoons of salt. And we gotta cook this until it melts. It's only broth you have to left with at the end.
You can take this in a cup and drink it when you finish.
It's a fish broth. Guys, as you could see, as we're making the braff, we still have some worker working on the roof. They are putting on the Euroban and they have to paint it. Guys, you could see that the fish is already burning out the rank water. Now we got add it to the kahari with all the vegetables inside. So we're adding the kuras into the kahari with all the vegetable. And we gotta leave it to boil until it melts. Everything melts up.
Some squash too.
In the meantime, the fish broth is boiling there. We pick some fresh cherry from the tree.
Look, very fresh. Just pick it from the tree. I'm gonna eat it for you guys.
Alright guys, this is how the fish broth look after 20 minutes of cooking. You have to cook more. Everything have to melt up in there.
Are we waiting on this soup to finish? And then we're gonna make some squash with some pork and some rice for dinner. So we're gonna have this for lunch and we're gonna eat the squash with rice for dinner.
Alright guys, as you can see how the broth look now, the fish broth, it's finished. Everything is melted.
Look at this. The arrow, everything.
It's loosed up.
You could drink this. So if anybody feel bad and they had a hangover, they can have some of this. Well cooked, everything well melted. See that? Look at the pepper. This look really good. This is the real braff. And this is my sister house in Guyana and my brother-in-law, Avo. So we're gonna have some of this for lunch and we're cooking some rice with some squash for dinner.
Time to taste now to know how this fish broth tastes.
Okay, look at this soup. This is a braff. This is a Kuras braff. So I'm gonna try it right now. This tastes really good, Avo.
Yes.
This tastes really nice. There's the pepper inside. I bought the pepper inside his soup.
Guys, you can see how
It's real good.
how the soup, the fish broth look.
This is real Guyana cook.
It's cooked from the fireside. The kuras is melted, all the vegetable, the arrows and the
Everything is
plantain,
inside it.
everything, all the seasoning melted. This is how it look, and the tasting was also good.